Welcome back, everyone. So, we've made it through the core of the body, the axial skeleton. And now we get to the really fun part, the appendicular skeleton. All the parts that let us actually move around and interact with the world. We're going to kick things off with the upper limb. And I promise we are starting this from scratch, step by step. Okay, let's just be real for a second. When you first crack open a textbook to the upper limb, it can feel like a tidal wave of new words and diagrams just hit you. If you've ever felt totally lost looking at all those bones and muscles, I need you to know, you are not alone. That's a super common feeling. And this right here, this is the classic trap everyone falls into. You see this long list of parts and you think, okay, I guess I just have to memorize it all. You try to just brute force it, cram every little detail into your brain at the same time, and what happens? You just end up completely confused. It's a strategy that's pretty much designed to fail. So let me make a promise to you right now. We are not doing that here. Forget about rote memorization. We are going to build your understanding from the ground up, logically, one piece at a time. No stress, no fear. We're going to make this stuff actually make sense. So, the very first step is to zoom all the way out. We need to look at the blueprint of the upper limb first. Before we even think about a single specific bone, we have to get the overall structure down. Seeing that big picture is the absolute key to making all the little details stick later on. So, what is this big picture? Well, it's surprisingly simple. Just think of your upper limb as a chain with four main parts. First, you've got the shoulder girdle, which is kind of like the anchor connecting your whole arm to your body. Next up is the arm itself, that powerful upper section. Then you have the forearm, which is super versatile and lets you twist and turn. And finally, at the very end of the chain, you have the amazing, intricate hand. That's it. That's our blueprint. Four logical sections. And before we go any further, let's just remember why we have this thing. The upper limb isn't just a random pile of bones, right? It's an incredibly sophisticated and mobile tool. Its entire design is built to allow for this huge range of motion and for all the super precise things that only our hands can do. All right, now that we've got our four-part blueprint, we can start putting the main players in their proper places. So in this section, we're going to look at the major bones. That's the what. And more importantly, we'll start to touch on why they're there, the why. And here is how we fill in that blueprint. Check out the pattern here. The shoulder girdle has two bones, the clavicle and the scapula, creating that base. Then the arm is really just one big, strong bone, the humerus. As we move down, the forearm gets a bit more complex with two bones running side by side, the radius and the ulna, and those are crucial for rotation. And finally, the hand just explodes into all these smaller bones, the carpals for your wrist, metacarpals for your palm, and the phalanges for your fingers. You see the logic? It goes from simple and strong to complex and delicate. Listen, this is the most important point right now. Your only job is to connect these main bones with their correct region. That's it. Don't worry about the names of all the little bumps and grooves on them yet. Just be able to say, oh yeah, the humerus, that's in the arm. Or the radius and ulna, they're in the forearm. We need the context first. The details can wait. Now, this is the question that really changes everything. This is what separates memorizing from actually understanding. We know what the parts are and we know where they are. But what's the logic here? Why is it set up this way? What do these parts actually do? And boom, this is where it all just clicks. The structure is built perfectly for the function. Think about it. Your shoulder is designed for a massive range of motion, letting you swing your arm all over the place. The elbow, though, it's more like a strong, stable hinge, perfect for powerful bending and straightening. And the hand? It's a masterpiece of tiny bones designed for super delicate tasks and a precision grip. See? Each part is perfectly built for its job. Okay, so that's our foundation. We've got the big picture. Now, I want to show you the roadmap for how we're going to master the rest of the upper limb together in future explainers. That way, you know exactly what's coming, and you can feel really confident about moving forward. And here's my promise to you on how we're going to do it. We'll go one region at a time. We'll use simple drawings, not those confusing textbook diagrams. We'll connect everything to real-world clinical examples, so you see why this stuff actually matters. It's all going to be step by step with clear summaries. Our motto is simple: no rushing, and absolutely no fear. This right here is the big mindset shift. If you can take this one idea away from today, everything will change for you. Upper limb anatomy stops being this giant mountain of facts to memorize, and it becomes a logical puzzle. Once you get the connection between the structure and its function, Believe me, filling in all the little details later on becomes so much easier.
So what's the next stop on our roadmap? Well, we have the blueprint, we have the main parts, so the next logical step is to see how they all connect and move, right? In our next explainer, we're going to dive into the joints of the upper limb and really understand how this amazing tool actually works.
So, if you're ready to stop just memorizing stuff and you want to start truly understanding anatomy, make sure you subscribe so we can continue this journey. We're going to build your confidence from the ground up, one logical step at a time, together.
I'll leave you with this final thought. The upper limb isn't difficult because it has too many parts. It only feels that way when you learn it in the wrong order. It's not about having a great memory, it's about seeing the logic. The upper limb is a beautifully designed system, and once you see the system, you'll never forget the parts. I'll see you next time.